Okay, go home show for Raw on the way to the Royal Rumble. The opening sequence with CM Punk essentially calling out John Laurinaitis, not bad. Then John Cena comes down and talks about Zack Ryder. I don't know, I'm getting kind of tired of the John Cena helping Zack Ryder sort of thing, but helping him unintended consequences kind of ruining Zack Ryder's life. Which led Laurinaitis coming down and saying it's going to be a tag match. So CM Cena versus Swagler, with John Laurinaitis sitting ringside. I'm really getting tired of seeing him texting. I mean, if he doesn't care about the match, actually, I have to. This is a paraphrase of I watched with a buddy of mine. He was like, if he doesn't care about the match, and he's trying to screw over CM Punk and Cena, why should I care about the match? And of course, Laurinaitis gets involved. Ziggler screwing over Punk again. Punk then kind of challenges Laurinaitis to a match later on tonight, which he does accept. Kane takes on Zack Ryder in a Falls Count Anywhere match where Kane just demolishes Zack Ryder and puts him through the stage. Which then leads to a scene later on where Eve is kind of telling John just to leave Zack alone, and then John knocks the microphone out of Josh Matthews' hand and then stares at the camera. And then shakes angrily. I don't know if they should have went to like a green wipe and have him look kind of like the Hulk, so he's gone maybe from Super Cena to Cena Hulk. Maybe he's finally embraced the hate, so now he's Dark Side Cena. I don't know. Writing Zack Ryder out for a little while, it'll either make John Cena more aggressive, which will be interesting for the run-up between him and The Rock, or else they'll try to bring Zack Ryder back heel and have heel Zack Ryder get put over by face John Cena after he beats The Rock. Jinder Mahal took on Sheamus again, and like all their matches, Sheamus just destroyed him. Wade Barrett was out there doing commentary. Not bad. Again, my buddy made a faux pas, and he said Jinder Mahal. And I thought if Sheamus and Jinder Mahal were to make a tag team, Jinder Mahal would probably actually work for a tag team name. Brodus Clay had an intermission between his dancing against Heath Slater, which of course he destroyed him. Which of course is what you would expect for him to do. The Miz finally got to have one-on-one match with R-Truth. Loser becomes the #1 entrant in the Royal Rumble. Pretty decent back and forth in this match, and I'll give Miz and Truth credit. They actually did a really good job. R-Truth wins, so therefore Miz is the #1 spot in the Royal Rumble. The match between Laurinaitis and CM Punk never actually happens because they receive a fax that John Laurinaitis is pained to read, so he then has David Otunga read it. Long story short, next week Triple H is going to perform a job review on Laurinaitis. Ooh. And then CM Punk beat the crap out of David Otunga. Laurinaitis went to go for a handshake. Handshake into a GTS, which Laurinaitis sold like he was half asleep. He just got up on CM Punk's shoulders, had his eyes closed, didn't struggle, didn't wiggle, didn't try to fight out of it. It was like, oh no, I've been defeated. Took a GTS. Ziggler did a run and attacked Punk from behind. And there's one other thing that I actually left off. Jericho finally spoke. He came down the ring. They showed a highlight reel essentially of, when he first came back and then was fired. That was the Countdown to Millennium. And then the Save Us Y2J. And then when he got fired. And then there's his new comeback. And then he finally spoke. Talking about how this side of the Royal Rumble, the world as you know it, comes to an end. Drop the mic and left. Not bad he finally said something. He is in the Royal Rumble. So is Mick Foley. So is anybody who was in a match prior to the Royal Rumble. I guess Brodus Clay would probably be on it too. Probably also Santino Marella. So, these continuation of the Kane John Cena storyline, those two better put on a ridiculously good match. They better, because I'll be honest, right now, you've got 4 matches for the Rumble. Rumble match itself, which is worth the price of admission. A triple threat steel cage match with Henry, Show, and Bryan, which is going to be ridiculous. Ziggler and Punk, which has a really good likelihood to be a show stealer, and then Kane Cena. Good continuation of that. Seeing CM Punk finally beat up Laurinaitis, decent. I was definitely getting a kick out of seeing David Otunga in his cardigan sweater vest beating up CM Punk. You never would picture someone like CM Punk getting beaten up by a guy in a cardigan sweater vest. Not bad. It really did seem like they needed that last moment to have been either like an actual match between Otunga and Punk, with Punk, actually getting a pinfall victory, actually been submission victory over Otunga, and then him laying out Laurinaitis. It was a decent way to end the show, but going into the Royal Rumble, you normally end up having the ring full of guys, and then that weird pseudo Royal Rumble moment where everyone's being eliminated, tossed to the top rope. Maybe we'll get that on SmackDown this week.